Jack Ma's absence has surely caused an international stir and sent speculations globally about his whereabouts. Jack Ma, notoriously known for being the co-founder and former executive chairman of the Alibaba Group, a company focusing on e-commerce, retail, technology, and internet, which began back in 1999 April 4th, has kept a low profile recently, which is something unlike him. Alibaba began in a tiny apartment in 1999 with 17 of Ma's friends and was spearheaded with Ma's vision on innovation and technology. Over the next 15 years, Ma delivered on his words and has seen over 231 million customers spend $248 billion with merchants in a single year, which, when compared, is more than Amazon. Alibaba's success allowed for different spin-offs to feed off its platforms such as Alipay, AliExpress, and Alibaba Pictures, to name a few. Jack Ma is not one to shy away from the public eye, as he's often seen doing speeches, interviews, and large events.
Yeah, AI. I hate the word AI called artificial intelligence. I call it Alibaba intelligence.
Yeah.
However, Ma's absence in the recent months is unlike his personality and behavior. So, what happened to Jack Ma? How did one of China's wealthiest men just disappear? Is China afraid of how powerful Ma can become? Jack Ma's disappearance can be explained by his comments regarding the way that the Chinese authorities are conducting business. Ma spoke about China's inability to fuel advancement because of their regulatory system and how they are stifling innovation, and later commented on how China's banks can be compared to pawn shops. This clearly didn't sit well with China's authorities as they began to crack down on Jack Ma's businesses, including the $37 billion halt on Ant Group's IPO. Ant, formerly known as Ant Financial, and Alipay. Alipay is known to be China's largest payment platform with over 1 billion users and over 30 million merchants. Ant Group's IPO would have had the largest in history, giving Ant a valuation of more than $300 billion. Jack Ma first failed to appear publicly when he missed the final episode of his talent show, Africa's Business Heroes, back in November. Ma was replaced by another member from the Alibaba Group. However, his disappearance was definitely speculated publicly. An Alibaba spokesperson told Financial Times that Ma had a quote-unquote schedule conflict. Now, how much of this is hard to believe? Ma was apparently told to lay low prior to the event after his comments about China's regulatory system that got him under some heat. Could that have been the reason? Nonetheless, Ma's businesses were definitely impacted by his comments. China's government launched an anti-monopoly investigation in Alibaba back in December 2020 after Ant Group was told to restructure their operations and revamp their lending businesses to meet capital requirements. After the financial and regulatory slap on China's richest man, Alibaba's shares have dropped more than 25%, which is roughly $260 billion from Alibaba's market capitalization since Ma publicly slammed China's financial regulators and banks. Ma's net worth had dropped from roughly $62 billion to $49 billion according to Bloomberg data during that period. The future of Ant is unpredictable as analysts of the Bank of China claim it might take 12 months to properly restructure and organize Ant to lessen its impact and dominance, including detailed rules that would have to be followed by the company. This overhaul won't be completed until these new regulations have been solidified, which can delay the relaunch of their IPO sometime later in this year. So what's next for Jack Ma? Ma's statements against China's authorities has definitely costed him, and even though Ma has reappeared, it doesn't seem like the air is all clear. Ma seems to be wrapped around the fingers of China's regulators as his businesses are at their mercy, and their future success is dependent upon them. The damage can be exacerbated with the suppression caused by the Chinese regulatory authorities, which can result in more fines, restrictions, and ultimately a split up of the businesses. Jack Ma's future depends largely on how well he can amend his relationship with China's regulators. However, the likelihood of this doesn't seem too high. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please comment, subscribe, and like to catch all our new upcoming videos.